Hello everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Weekly Chording with me, Daz. Move my microphone a bit. Every week we are exploring new music together. Tonight I'm diving into what is probably yet another generation-defining song. If you're in Canada, like myself, you may have heard of the TV show You Can't Do That on Television. It was a comedy sketch show that was around in the 1980s. It featured things like getting slimed if you said, "I don't know." And it was a launching pad for a lot of young artists in Canada at the time, and for a few episodes had a character that you may or may not recognize if you were to look it up. That girl went on to be a dance pop star with 2 albums before she was even 18. And then things changed for Alanis. Alanis Morissette burst onto the international scene at 21 years old in 1995 with Jagged Little Pill, one of the best-selling albums of all time, winning 5 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year. In a 2019 interview with the New York Times, she said she was just trying to survive, to make sense of her experiences, and had no idea that it would connect with so many people. But she figured out that when you're really honest about your own confusion and pain and contradictions, then other people recognize themselves in it. The first single from the album, You Ought to Know, showed everyone Alanis' raw, angry side. So record label Maverick's marketing director has said that they wanted the next release to reveal her philosophical, more accessible side, and that is this week's song, Hand in My Pocket. The song peaked at number 6 on Billboard Hot 100 airplay and hit number 1 here in Canada. Alanis told MTV News in November 95 that she loved performing it live because it was one of those songs that she could just see people in the audience mouthing the words and nodding along like they were all acknowledging these contradictions together. So, with lyrics by Alanis Morissette and music by Alanis Morissette and Glenn Ballard, here is my take on Hand in My Pocket. I'm broke but I'm happy, I'm poor but I'm kind, short but I'm healthy, yeah. I'm high but I'm grounded, I'm sane but I'm overwhelmed, I'm lost and I'm hopeful, baby. What it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. I feel drunk but I'm sober, I feel young and I'm underpaid, sad but I'm working, yeah. Care but I'm restless, I'm here but I'm really gone, I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. And what it all comes down to is that I haven't got it all figured out just yet. I've got one hand in my pocket, the other one is giving a peace sign. I'm free but I'm focused, I'm green but I'm wise, I'm hard but I'm friendly, baby. I'm sad but I'm laughing, I'm brave but I'm chicken, I'm sick but I'm pretty, baby. And what it all boils down to is that no one's really got it figured out just yet. I've got one hand in my pocket, the other one is playing a piano. What it all comes down to, my friends, yeah, is that everything's gonna be fine, just fine. I've got one hand in my pocket, the other one is hailing a taxi. The writing process for this song was remarkably fast and spontaneous. Alanis described it to Rolling Stone in 1995, saying they wrote Hand in My Pocket in about 45 minutes. Glenn started playing the groove, and she just started singing these contradictory phrases that were coming into her head. The song's central idea of juxtaposing opposing emotional states reflected her attempt to capture the complexity of being a young person navigating the world. Alanis told Billboard that she was trying to express that you can hold two truths at once. You can be scared and brave, and can be young and know what's going on. Those contradictions don't cancel each other out. They're what make us human. And even in her more recent tours, she has mentioned that this song still makes sense to her. We still have those contradictions even as we grow older in life. And harkening back to that, you can't do that on television. I was watching the clips from that, and then I was looking at pictures, and I was like, oh, that's weird, that's her. And then I realized it wasn't her, it was her son. Because I was like, wait, that's also her. So apparently her kid at around the same age looks very similar to the way she did when she was a kid. So that happens. You know. Anyway, some people are broke their entire lives. They get through, like dogs. Do you know why dogs have no money? No pockets. Apparently that's a Jerry Seinfeld Jerry Seinfeld joke. First time I think I've ever seen a joke credited while I was doing this. It's kind of weird. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this show, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you are feeling generous, maybe you could buy me a coffee. My hour-long live astronomy show on YouTube and Twitch will be starting at 4 o'clock today. Or next Saturday, you can catch the same set at 11 a.m. Don't forget to join me next week for another episode of Weekly Chording at 3:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Hope I will see you then. Have yourself a great week.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
She did when she was a kid. First time I think I've ever seen a joke credited while I was doing this. It's kind of weird. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this show, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you are feeling generous, maybe you could buy me a coffee. My hour-long live astronomy show on YouTube and Twitch will be starting at 4 o'clock